Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is yours truly, Duck Pond Podfix, but you can call me Ducky. Today, I will be reading my own work on AO3. It's called It's Not a Quirk, It's Magic. The rating is general audiences. No archive warnings apply. Category Gen, Fandoms, My Hero Academia, and My Street by Afmao. Relationships are Aizawa Shota or Eraserhead and Yamada Hisashi or Present Mike, and Midoriya Izuku and Shinzo Hitoshi. Little warning, the relationships probably won't be showing up until much later in the fic. Additional tags are Quirkless Midoriya Izuku. Midoriya Izuku does not have one for all quirk. Vigilantism. Vigilante Midoriya Izuku. Witchcraft. Witch Midoriya Izuku. Time skips. Only small minor ones. Hopefully. Good parent Midoriya Inko and supportive Midoriya Inko. There is currently only 8 chapters of the time of recording, and I plan on making more chapters. Hopefully I don't, lose interest in this. Another small warning is there is going to be mild cursing in it because, well, it's me, and I find it funny when Izuku curses out of nowhere. But here's the summary. Midoriya Izuku was on vacation in the mountains with his mom, and he was bored, so he decides to go exploring the forest around Bunny Hill Lodge, where he and his mom were staying. He gets caught in a snowstorm, waits it out in a cave, and discovers Ian's old magic and potionery laboratory. He learns magic, finds out that only the quirkless can do it, and decides to become a vigilante. A few other small warnings. Number 1, if you haven't watched My Street, some things in the fic might not make sense. So I highly recommend going and watching it. It's a little long, mildly embarrassing, but it's really good. Number 2, I'm a total Ian sympathizer. I love him so much. And number 3, if during the recording you can hear random background noises, like people moving or me fixing my glasses, I apologize for that. And without further ado, let's get into the fic. It's Not a Quirk, It's Magic, Chapter 1, Lost in Something New. It was really cold. Izuku was just bored and wanted to explore. It wasn't his fault he got caught in a snowstorm and was now holding out in a cave. Regardless, he was still cold and felt like his coat wasn't doing anything. He decided to move further into the cave to maybe get a little more warmth. With hesitant steps, he made his way deeper into the cave, guided by the flashlight on his phone. It was dark, but not horrible. The cave seemed to be abandoned and looked stable from what little he knew about exploring caves from his little info rabbit holes. Damn ADHD. He traveled for a bit when there was a click. Izuku froze, bracing for some sort of ambush or attack. But all that happened was a bunch of lamps along the walls he hadn't noticed lit up. That totally wasn't ominous as fuck. After getting over the initial shock, he was curious, so he followed the lanterns, which were oddly lit by fire. Maybe a quirk? He plans on going back to check on the storm, but a little further down, he sees that the path turns and opens into somewhere. Following the path, Izuku finds it opens into a laboratory of sorts. Ignoring the dingy look and all the dust, he enters. The room seems organized, but messy, like someone was frantically looking for something. He walks through the many shelves, examining odd things. Netherwarts? Gas tier? Redstone? Fermented spider eye? The heck is this place? Moving away from the shelves, Izuku sees a workbench and a cauldron. On the, on the bench is a book. Izuku approaches. The cover and spine of the book are leather and look beautiful but ancient. Handbook of Magic, Spells and Potions. What an odd title. Izuku opens the book and flips through the pages. His eyes widen as he reads what seems to be spells. He recognizes some of the ingredients from the shelves. Izuku begins to read further, but Midoriya Izuku? A masculine voice calls out for him. He runs back to the entrance of the cave. I'm here, Izuku calls. He exits the cave to find a man in bright yellow with a dog. Are you Midoriya Izuku? The tall, muscular man asks. Yes, I am. Izuku responds and puts his arms up to block some of the wind and snow. The man grabs a walkie-talkie that was strapped to his bright yellow coat and speaks into it. I've got the kid. Copy. A copy comes back through. Kid. Izuku looks up. I'm Kimura Hataru. I'm here to take you back to the lodge. The man, Kimura, unloops a rope from his belt. I'm gonna tie this around your waist so you don't get separated. Is that okay? Izuku nods and keeps his arms up to let Kimura tie the rope around him. The trek back to the lodge takes a bit, but they eventually make it back. When they arrive, Izuku is bombarded by medical personnel checking for hypothermia, police berating him for going out without checking the weather, and when all of that is over, his mother frets over him and barely lets him out of her sight for the rest of the day. By the time his mother finally calmed down enough to go to bed, he finally got a chance to properly process what he found. Magic. He whispers into the dark room filled with the sounds of his mother's steady breathing and rustling from the rooms next door. He vows to go back and look around and explore the cave and book tomorrow, or maybe when the storm blows over. That is it for this chapter. The chapters are a little short, but I'm not great at writing very long, drawn-out things, so y'all will just have to kind of deal with it. Sorry, but, hope y'all are having a great day, night, or whatever time it is for you. If you have meds, make sure to take them. If you haven't drank water today, drink water. If you haven't eaten either, eat something because your body needs it. But hope y'all have a great rest of whatever time it is for you. Ducky out.